Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Julia Janae. Thank you for being with us this afternoon as we begin this hour in Dedham, Massachusetts. Defendant Brian Walshe is standing trial on charges that he murdered his wife, Anna. Prosecutors say that he killed her back in 2023 and then spent several days trying to conceal the crime before she was ultimately reported missing by her employer. Now, her body has never been found. Joining us now is Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson, who is there on the ground inside of that courtroom. Matt, good to see you. Tell me, what testimony is standing out to you today?
Julia, nice to see you. So week one on the books here in Dedham, Massachusetts, in the murder trial against Brian Walshe, and another key day with another important witness on the stand. Starting the day, we had Trooper Connor Keefe back on the stand. He's a digital forensic expert. He analyzed the cell phones collected from the Cohasset home of Brian Walshe, this defendant, and his wife, missing Anna Walshe. And he really testified about some interesting details, including some text messages allegedly sent by this defendant after his wife went missing. Take a listen.
3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m. I'm worried. Please call or email.
What time was this sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m. If I don't hear from you this morning, I'm going to report you missing.
What is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, at 8:32 a.m. Where are you?
And what is the date and time that was sent?
January 4th, 2023, at 10:14 a.m.
For the messages on January 2nd through January 4th of 2023, does any of the messages denote that they were delivered?
It does not appear that.
Now, on cross, the defense attorneys, they were focusing on and pointing out that in their opinion, there were no signs in the text messages, at least, or search history showing premeditation of murder. Take a listen.
It's fair to say that in the searches running from the date of December 25th of 2022 up and including the end of December 31st of 2022, you saw no evidence of searches in the Safari search history regarding any searches for things like tools or searches suggesting how to dispose of a body or anything like that, correct?
I did not see any of those December 25th to the 29th.
And I was looking over at the jury during that testimony. They were taking a lot of notes, Julia. They're very interested in the messages that were sent between these two phones.
Yeah, so many messages, all while the prosecution says Anna had disappeared, that she was deceased. Okay, so what else stood out to you today? And I do want to ask you about someone from the medical examiner's office on the stand, which I was surprised to see since we don't have a body in this case.
Exactly. There's a no-body murder trial taking place here in Dedham, but this pathologist was asked to look at and evaluate tools that were collected from dumpsters that are believed to be the items that were used to dismember Anna Walshe's body before she was disposed of. Let's also show you the video that was shown up close and personal that we just got in-house of these items that were shown to the jury in the jury box and what this pathologist had to say about those items on the stand. Take a listen.
Normally, we're not involved in examining items, just bodies of people. In this case, the objective was to determine whether there was any human tissue on these items.
Some of the women seated in the front row of the jury box, they were holding their mouths as they were seeing some of the items up close and personal, including that hatchet and that saw. Julia?
Oh, wow, that's so telling, Matt. They're not going to have to see autopsy photos, but those tools say everything, really. So that's the jury reaction. What about the defendant? What was he doing?
All right, so he left the courthouse just a few moments ago, and I was back there trying to give him an opportunity to answer our questions and make any statement that he wanted to. I mean, this is day 5 of this murder trial. He says that he didn't kill his wife, or at least that's what his defense attorney said through opening statements. But it has been a week of bad facts, including those items that were discovered in dumpsters, those tools, surveillance video of him dropping off trash bags at those dumpster sites. And then, of course, all of those search history that is very disturbing. So here's what he did or didn't say after court today. Take a listen.
Brian, how do you think the murder trial's going? Any message to Anna's family? Any message to your kids?
No message to his kids, no message to Anna Walshe's family, and no comment to our questions. He's back to jail for the weekend. Testimony has ended for the week. Testimony resumes on Monday morning, Julia.
Matt Johnson, that's a unique perspective to be able to talk to the inmate as he is going back to lockup. Of course, this courtroom's not unfamiliar to you. Can you talk about the feel there? You've been in Dedham for another big trial that you covered this year. What's it like in terms of the community when we're talking about this case?
Right, you know, there's a great big comparison here. It's nothing alike. Karen Reed trial that took place over the past couple of years here, trial 1, trial 2 I covered. I mean, the streets, they were blocked off with state police officers keeping the peace. There was a buffer zone in place. There was also supporters and protesters here out on the courthouse steps in Dedham, Massachusetts. We're not seeing anything like that. We saw a lot of media from across the country on day 1 during opening statements. There are a few stragglers still there. We're here each and every day for the duration of the trial. As for the community, there are no community members in the gallery. There are no protesters or supporters out on the courthouse steps. But in the town of Cohasset that I visited after this crime took place, after Anna Walshe went missing 3 years ago, they were in shock, and they were just hoping to find a resolution and hoping that she gets found.
Such great insight. As always, Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson, thank you for that report.